So, welcome to Thursday. What is today's date? I know it's Thursday.
25th.
Thursday, May 25th, 2017 vlog.
Gosh, we're almost through May already.
Almost through May.
That's, wow, we're almost halfway through 2017.
Halfway through. So, we released the build video of our office, which was fun, and it brings back memories of 30 days ago.
It seems so much longer ago than 30 days, though.
Those are some long days because we built this ourselves.
It's like watching the video. It was like, oh, we were so young back then.
We were so young. And would we do it again? You know, we do love our office, but we would probably try to figure out a way to hire it out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Building it ourselves, there's a pride thing of building it yourself. There's also the, man, that was so many long hours building ourselves, and I'm not really a builder. But
well, you know your niche, though. You know your niche, and you stay in your lane. That's just how it goes.
Pretty much, pretty much. So many exciting things going on at Lawrence Systems is we've decided to call ventures that we're working on here, like some of the community building events, Lawrence Labs. I was talking with some people last night about it, and everyone seems to like the name. And we're talking about maybe starting out with a, we don't have much in this downriver area for like a Linux users group and things like that. We always go to other areas. We also talked about some InfoSec and things like that. So like, there's people down here. InfoSec.
Oh, Sec.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I was just making sure. Before people got the wrong idea and we're like, how do I sign up for that?
Yeah, we may attract the wrong crowd here.
Or the right crowd, who knows?
Or the right crowd, yeah. So there's, we're still putting that together. The other exciting stuff happening is we're moving like more and more people to the cloud, you know, putting their head in the cloud. But on the same topic, creating backups of the cloud system. So we have a few more migrations we're going to be doing over to Gmail, because I've been telling people it's either Gmail or Office 365. We do both types of migrations. And the deal is, people are using random mail servers, random cheap hosting companies, and unless you're using one of the more reputable ones, you end up on blacklists as they're learning. And they always, what's the solution? I'm like, you're on a shared server with someone who keeps sending out spam, you're going to stay on the blacklist. You're going to work to get off, and it's probably not even you putting it on there. I'm like, do you do mass emails? No, no, no. And I look, it's a shared hosting server for some random hosting company. We got out of that business a few years ago. We still do the web hosting. We don't do email hosting. I do not offer it anymore. I either tell people, you're going to sign up with Office 365, you're going to sign up with Google Apps. Those are your two options for email. If you have a third option, it's not one I provide. And that's really kept clients from having all these problems. And especially, you know, we really push for the Gmail G Suite system because the filtering just works amazing. I don't have any problems with it at all. You know, I hear people, oh, third-party filtering for this. I'm like, what for? You know, I don't get spammed. And so, and I can create filters on the fly, and their back-end system's really good, and Google support's pretty outstanding, so.
Well, and you get more with the Google Suite than just email.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's Google Docs is a free thing anyway, but I mean, you get a larger capacity in your Google Drive. I think it's 30 gig when you're on G Suite.
30 gigs, and there's just so many features.
So great sharing and collaborative you know, things you can do with G Suite, and you know, as we always say, we get no kickback from Google for plugging it. We just really like it.
Yeah, we use it ourselves in-house. It works really well. For videos, some people said, hey, show me your rack. I'm going to show you my rack. We did a rack video last year, so we'll do a new rack and networking video.
Parental advisory here when Tom shows you his rack.
Yeah, so we're going to put that together and make that all. We got cool lights in our rack too, but
so many comments.
So many comments. So we're going to cover some of the details of how we network the office here, and we did take an opportunity to actually redo everything when we were doing this. So we did rebuild the network stack from top to bottom, make it all pretty and clean, because it's really hard. We work hard to keep it all pretty and clean, but you know, when you keep moving things around over years, it doesn't. But we didn't want to move the servers in the rack when we moved to a new building, so we unracked everything, put the rack in, cleaned it out really good, and then re-put everything in a sane and rational manner.
How long it stays that way, we make no guarantees.
And we also had a screw that broke that holds one of the servers in, and it was funny because it broke a couple of years ago, but we didn't want to use an angle grinder with all the stuff in there, so we used the angle grinder to cut out the one broken off screw head. So that's now fixed too. That's one of those, I don't know what to do. We just moved everything up a notch because it was stuck. Or like, we could use an angle grinder. I'm like, there's live servers in here. I don't want to take them out to use an angle grinder.
Right.
Detroit Startup Week is still going on this week. I talked about it last week. I spoke on a panel on, was it Monday? Yeah, Monday.
Let's go with Monday.
Let's go with Monday.
Yeah.
Monday I was there, and that was really cool. Met a lot of fun people, hung out, lots of ideas going around, and maybe some of them were watching a YouTube channel because I did, hey, shameless self-promotion, talked about YouTube, talked about podcasting, and all the fun stuff there. There were some other great people on the panel, lots of fun. And then I got agitated, as Marvin knows, because, why do companies do this? So if you're a startup or whatever you're doing, and I'm not going to call anyone actually out for this, but if you go around and you're creating buzz and news in different publications and doing interviews about your thing you're doing, and you're like, oh yeah, we've started a year ago, blah, blah, and I check our website out for information. Okay. So I check your website out. There's no information about the thing you're doing. You were evasive about some of the details, which I thought was odd. Maybe you haven't figured them out, but you're evasive on the interview, and I care about the details because it's a service I was looking at. And then I try emailing, messaging, and LinkedIn, and I get dead air on all of them. So your website has no information, even though you're going around and promoting it. I don't get tech companies that do that, or any company really. Like, we're the next greatest thing, and we're going to do this awesome thing, and I get excited when I hear it, and then I find out there's no substance behind it. Like, I almost want to, there needs to be a follow-up with these of where are they now? Remember that company we promoted? They still haven't launched a website. They still don't have information. They don't seem to reply to messages you send them.
I think it's because people, they get excited about their thing and they just want to rush to that announcement. They have to be the first one out there to say, look, we're doing this thing, and they don't put any infrastructure behind it. It's like, announce it, get buzz about it, and we'll worry about the important stuff later.
Like making the product. And yeah, that's kind of how I feel about some of the places. Maybe it's just weird. Maybe it's this whole kickstarted concept thing. But for me, it's like, build the product. This is, maybe I'm old school, because back in my day, cue Pepperidge Farms meme. Back in my day, we used to build a product, and then we would get excited because it was ready for sale and things like that. I understand you want to judge if there's market value in your product, going, hey, is there a reason my product should be released? Is there a market for it? Are people excited about this thing? And can I get funding through Kickstarter? That's really cool, but Kickstarter, I know what I'm getting. You're prototyping, you're looking for funding. I get it. But to go around and say, check our website out, I'm always like, wow, you don't have the thing, but I listened to the interview, and then, I click the link. It's got a link to your website. You say, go to my website to learn more, and there's nothing more to learn. So then I message you, and then I email you, and there's just dead air. I'm like, okay, that was a week ago I messaged these.
That's the more that you're learning.
Yeah, I've learned that they don't respond.
You learned something anyway.
I did learn something.
They didn't say what you were going to learn.
Yeah, maybe they're just overwhelmed with stuff because I'm probably not the only person messaging them. It is a cool idea, I like the concept. But, hit the reply button. I don't know.
Even auto companies have a concept car to show you.
Yeah, just reply. I'm looking for the more information on there.
Yeah. So, as soon as they have that information for you, they'll send it to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I won't rant more about that. Back to more important things instead of things that bother Tom.
Which the list is long.
Yeah. Just
you should start a separate vlog that's just a rant of
tech rants
of crap that annoys Tom.
Yeah, like Windows. Let's talk about Windows 10. So even at Microsoft, there's no direct answer to this. Now, there's some cool things coming, and I was really excited, and I did one build video. I got a couple more things I want to release on that. But one of the things that we have no answers to, and maybe Microsoft listens to me now. Because, well, they did. We had it out there. We did some interviews, and this was at some high-end data center stuff. But still, the question for the retail, this is the boots on the ground, the floor, dealing with it, right here, right over there where we fix things in that other room. Why does Windows 10 decide to give blank screens on updates? It is a constant, furious problem across lots of computers, so it's not like one model computer does it. It's Windows 10. It decides it's going to load the update. They have the new RS2 Creators Update. Cool. Why is the screen black while it's loading it? Customers bring it in, and they think that it's broke. We turn it on, we set it on the counter, we wait an hour or two, and the screen works again because it just decided not to display anything during the update. Can't we just say you're loading an update? I mean, you're Microsoft. Can we do that? Please, just put something on the screen instead of this, I think my computer's dead because it doesn't come on. No, it's just load an update. They don't believe us. They bring it in. And we don't charge those people because we feel bad. Look, sorry, Windows 10 is made that way. And this really points to the problem of the monoculture of everyone using the same platform. And when that one platform decides to do something and there's not a competing platform you can use, this happens.
Would you even accept a statement before the screen goes black that says your screen may go black for several hours.
Well, people, no.
People don't read though.
People don't read though, and
Yeah.
if it started to happen when you weren't looking, then
Yeah.
now it's blank again for a few hours. Like put something on the screen.
Yeah.
I don't care what. Smiley face, just be patient. Not that will help people and their patience, but at least it tells them something.
Right.
That there seems to be an eventual end to whatever's going on.
Sure. Put a dancing penguin or something. Well, they probably wouldn't use a penguin though.
Whip out the old solitaire because it doesn't take much
there
memory.
you go.
If
Yeah.
we could, if that's what they were probably going to use it for once it's downloading updates. If you could just get solitaire on here.
That's it. Make solitaire work first, and then you're fine.
That's actually, was it Slackware or Red Hat? One of the Linux distributions, when you loaded it, used to do that. While the loading was going across, you could play a couple little games in that. So I thought that was kind of cool.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to reality. What else have we got going on?
Something. I don't know. I'm still thinking about things to put on the screen that would be fun, but all right, whatever.
We're going to see, we'll have to do the scheduling and see if we can do it on Thursday. We're going to have our web developer on. We were going to do it today, but somehow I completely forgot I said that last week. We want to see about having our web developer on. We've been launching a lot of websites, so we want to talk about that. We need to update the portfolio of websites that we do, and we've done some really cool ones, related to some of the food photography and everything we put together for them. And that's going to be some fun stuff to showcase. Maybe I'll just do a separate interview. Me and her will just kind of talk about the websites and everything else. So definitely on the to-do list. We did record the SMLR podcast here, so that was cool. We got some bugs to work out, like just the way we're setting up the recording here. All the new microphones should be here, so that should be good to go. And Marvin's probably going to be recording his podcast here.
Probably do that on Sunday.
Yeah, so if we can finish it today, at least get things functioning, all of the microphones. I think today's the arrival date. I got to check the Amazon cart.
Cool.
So if all the microphones, everything get here. Oh, and chairs. We need chairs. But we don't have chairs.
A table, I mean.
Yeah, we thought about that. We had a meeting, and then a few more people showed up than I expected to a meeting with clients yesterday. And all the yeah. We just got here. We don't have all our chairs. We have chairs, just not as many.
Sit on this bench.
Well, it started out as a meeting with one person, and there's a few of them, which is cool. I mean, I'm fine with that. But we just rolled chairs from the other room. But we want consistent chairs. Like
Tom sat on a stool.
I did sit on the stool.
He was like on punishment or something.
No, well, I got one of those IKEA rolly bouncy things. I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of like that stool. It's fun.
You should get the what are they called? The giant balls that people sit on instead of like a chair.
Yeah,
like the ergonomic.
So we have a client that does have those. So that was
was somebody that I worked with in my previous life. It was on wheels. Like it was the ball, but it sat on wheels, which I was like, that just seems to me that it offers too many opportunities for that thing to fly out from underneath you.
But it seems like fun.
I'm sure it was.
So I think that's about it, though. That nothing earth-shattering. We got more camera systems going in. I'm going to do a security camera video about a follow-up one, kind of more geared towards. I did a detailed review of the UniFi system we're using, but I'm going to do a more consolidated video just to showcase that we can send people like, hey, this is the UniFi cameras we recommend because they have audio support. We have some restaurants that are really interested in them because it's a social media nightmare for some restaurants because you get that one crazy customer that comes in there and they claim your employee said this at the counter, whatever it is, and having an audio feed really can help settle things a lot faster. And it's funny. It's not even legal problems as much as it is social media problems because someone didn't get the discount they thought was appropriate to them, and they just decided to go nuts on social media. But then proof will come out later, like we did do. The restaurant was in the right, and maybe the restaurant wasn't in the right. But either way, having more evidence just makes it that much better.
It's true. Very true.
Yeah, that's something a lot of companies don't think about. And on the managed services side, I'm happy to report, knock on wood again, still with the variations of WannaCrypt that are out there, none of our managed service clients got hit. We did have one client that had a bunch of screwed up stuff, and he still refuses to go on any type of managed service. And we kind of remind him why. We're like, when we came out there because they had some problems with some computers, we're like, of these 5 computers you have, 2 of them are missing the antivirus. He goes, why? I'm like, someone uninstalled them. Why would they do that? I said, I don't know. He's like, because he was wondering why they had so many problems. I'm like, well, there's no antivirus. And I'm like, well, this is what you pay. Well, I know how to do that. I said, yeah. Do you have time to run the company and do it? That's really what it comes down to. I mean, we outsource certain things. We pay a guy to wash the windows here, and because we clean windows inside, Windows 10, Windows 7, and occasionally some physical Windows. But at some point, is it worth it to pay some company that comes by and knocks it out real quick because that's what they do? And that's kind of what a lot of IT is. Yeah, sure, you can learn IT and do this, but where's the value you create in doing the thing that your company does that makes you money, or in taking time out to save that few dollars or whatever it was to not have an antivirus license or whatever, and then a disaster hits and you're like, oh, well, that's bad.
Well, it goes back to that old saying, penny wise, pound foolish, right? Like, okay, sure, you could save $20 a month by not, putting a computer on managed services. And then in 6 months, you could pay several $1,000s when, that machine gets terribly corrupted and,
and corrupts all the other machines,
exactly,
and encrypts all your files and creates like a big problem.
It's a snowball thing, right? So
yeah,
it's you can avoid all that, or you can wait for it to happen and then go, man, I really wish I had listened to you 6 months ago.
Exactly. Okay. So we try to be proactive with people. We try to remind them of all these things are out there. We try to keep the rates really reasonable for everything. So that's the best we can do. But thanks for watching. Wait till next Thursday when we have more excitement and fun. And thanks for liking the content here on our channels. Like and subscribe. And all that stuff. All right. Take care.
See ya.